I'm going to check if they need a top up in their feeder, and yep, they need a top up in their feeder, so I'm going to top their feeder up first before I start moving anything about. Bees are really clever, because once you start topping up the feeder, and if there are any bees in there, they'll gradually go up, so they don't drown. So it's really important when you're actually topping up the feeder to slowly top up the feeder, and don't make the mistake of just pouring it all in there in one go, otherwise you're going to be losing bees. So just gradually top it up. So I've topped up the feeder, I've put the top on. I can see a bit of mould there, but I'm not worried about that. I'm just going to let the bees do what the bees do. Ideally, you need 2 of these, and these measure roughly 700 mil. So ideally, you would need 2 and 2.5 of these to top up the feeder. I do have in this pot some icing sugar, and I'm gonna use the icing sugar at the last point when I'm closing up the beehive. So I'm going to put this to one side. I have a box here for any excess wax which I want to store, so I'm going to put all my excess wax in here, and eventually I'll have a full tub of wax which I can exchange for you know, some wax sheets, or you know, make some candles out of it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to make sure that my smoke is still running. Yeah, smoke is still running. Put the smoker to the very front. There are lots of bees about, you can see that. So what I'm going to do now, always keep your tool to your hand. There's a crown board, and there's also a queen excluder. So I'm going to just take off the queen excluder with the crown board. So I'm going to take it. I know there's going to be bees at the very bottom, so I'm just going to use the roof as its base. I'm going to take you in closer so you can see what's happening. So the bees have been really working hard. I can see by the honey they've produced. I can see lots of nectar there. They're all ready to go. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out and give them a puff of smoke. Just going to take this first one out, building some comb there. If you can see, they've built that frame up nicely. Oh, that looks lovely to me. Right, just going to leave that frame there, and I'm going to continue my inspection. Have a look. I want to be thorough, I want to be quick, I want to be in there, and then I want to be out of there. Looks grand, looks great. I'm gonna swap a few of the frames around as well. There's development of larvae in this one. This is the third frame. They've been busy bees. You could see they're capping off. There's a lot of honey there. There's also excess wax as well, which I was talking about, and that's there. I'm just going to take this excess wax off. This off. Yeah, seem to be doing well. They've got plenty of food there. They've got plenty of nectar, honey. Yeah, they're doing well. Oh, this is full of honey. Look at that. Can you see that? Can you see that? Look at that. That's amazing. That's amazing. What a pretty sight. I'm going to try spotting the queen, if the queen is there. Give it a good clean up. Give it a bit of clean. This one seems really heavy. Wow, look at that. Can you see that? It's going to give it a bit of a clean. I'm on the third to last frame. You can see, you know, the frames are becoming full. I haven't spotted the queen in this inspection. I haven't seen her, but I'm not worried about that. So I'm just going to put that in there. Okay, so I've got this last frame to check. I just want to ask a question in regards to, I can see a lot of brown stuff in there. I'll have to research. All looks good to me. Just going to shuffle a few of the frames about. So this one back in there. I've got this frame here. I'm going to shove right in there. Yeah, right. Yeah, it seems good to me. Didn't spot the queen though, which was surprising. Normally I have started spotting the queen. Okay, what I'm going to do is I will dust them with some icing sugar. So hopefully just a light dust of icing sugar. So they can feed off each other. Apparently it also prevents varroa, which is a type of disease. So that's grand, I'm happy with that.